Pisces. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for July of 2020. This month we have the third eclipse in a row happening on July 4th, and then we've got a new moon later in the month. And Venus and Mars are up to stuff, and also Mercury is retrograde in Cancer as the month begins. Julia, what do you think? What do you make of that for the Pisces of the world?
Great question. Well, hey, Pisces. So Mercury, whenever Mercury goes retrograde, it usually means we have to kind of redo or rethink something. And in your fifth house, which is the house of creativity, that means you could be rethinking a creative project that you're working on. You also might be sort of re-strategizing something involving games too, because this is the house of play. And because it's also the house of children, you might have miscommunications with them as well. The good news is that on July 12th, Mercury is going to go direct, so that's going to bring tons of relief to this area. Venus also starts the month direct because she was retrograde last month, and this is all happening in your fourth house of family and home. So wonderful, wonderful time for getting along with the people you live with, or, calling up family members and just kind of feeling that warm coziness. You also might be more of a homebody this month because wherever we have Venus is where we find pleasure, and you're going to be finding pleasure at home. So enjoy that. And then Mars is going to be in Aries all month, which correlates to your second house. The second house is the house of money. So you could be putting extra money trying to just increase your income or expand your business in some way. It's also the house of values. So that can also mean that you may have to sort of stand up for your values at some point, or kind of assert yourself, regarding where your values are.
Yeah, but don't assert yourself too hard because that Mars can really go off half-cocked sometimes. So to speak. And then we have a couple of moons. We've got a lunar eclipse happening on July 4th, our nation's birthday. I don't recommend going to 4th of July gatherings under this eclipse because it's probably going to be pretty intense. It involves a square to Chiron, and yeah, I would be cautious about that. The moon is in this eclipse is falling in your 11th house, and where a lunar eclipse falls, usually we feel like emotions get stirred up quite a bit and we're forced to look at our shadow. So that for you is going to occur in the arena of communities that you're a part of, friends, groups, and your tribe, your sense of the people that you belong with. So you could find yourself having a lot of emotions about those things or in those contexts. And you may have to look at your own shadow about this. And it's a good exercise for us to all go through, right? And then we have the other moon, which is happening on the 20th. And this one is a new moon, which is happening in the sign of Cancer in your fifth house, which Julia was talking about before. It's a house of children. It's also a house of play, unself-conscious play and fun and entertainment. And a new moon is a time of beginnings. It's a time of planting seeds. And this one's in Cancer, which is kind of symbolically, it's the water sign that is most like a river or a stream or a spring. There's this sensation of moving water. And so this sign is actually very cleansing. And so this does suggest that in the arena of fun and creativity, perhaps particularly creative self-expression, you could stand to do a little emotional cleansing, like feel some stuff, and your creativity will probably open up. And new moons are about planting seeds, which means that they're planted in the darkness at the dark time of the moon. We don't see those results right away, but we do feel them germinating under the surface. So plant some seeds in your creative zone, right? Goodness me. So if you like these fifth house themes, and these themes of the fifth house are often very individual. They have to do with self-discovery because creativity and play, these things are linked to self-discovery through the archetype of the sun that rules this house. And if you wanted to have a reading to focus on yourself and to understand yourself more deeply because of this emphasis, then probably you would want to get a natal and transit reading. Because that would be the best place to, explore any and all aspects of yourself that are coming up for you right now. And Julie and I are both available to do that, and we'd love to do that with you. So you can always find our horoscopes on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology, and you can find the news of the month and a lot more besides on our website, pandoraastrology.com. And until next month, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.